What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here with your Bitcoin update. Today we're going to discuss the drop we had this morning and where we could be headed from here.
1, 2, 3,
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We're going to discuss Bitcoin and the little fall we had this morning, but before I begin, I want to start out by saying I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. This is only my opinion and my view only of the market. So anybody that's doing any investing or any trading in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence because this can be very volatile. Also, I would suggest that you don't put in more money than you're willing to lose if you're doing any trading or investing. So with that being said, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button on the lower right hand corner of the screen. And then you can tick the little bell if you want to be notified when I post videos. Also, if you could, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the video. So here we go. Looking at the daily, we're going to zoom in here. Going to make this a quick video tonight. I am ready for the week, or getting ready for the week, should I say. So anyways, looking at this symmetrical triangle we've been watching, and it seems that we've dropped out of it today. And we got caught on support here. Support saved us. Looked like we got a nice bounce out of it, and we're trying to get another bounce up right now. If you remember, if you've been watching my videos, I'll go back into this real quick. And what I was watching here, zoom in a little bit. We were watching this diamond pattern. It looked like a reversal diamond. It was right here. And we did a measured move, and it looked like the measured move was, the estimated move was about 38.50. And obviously that didn't happen. And when I showed you guys those moves, here was the other one. If we broke out the bottom, it was 3,300. And those are rough estimates. And obviously that one didn't play out. And a lot of times on the weekends, there's such low volume that somebody with a lot of money or a lot of Bitcoin can easily move the market. And I believe that's probably what happened this weekend. But like I said, we hit on a nice support right here and got a nice, and still getting a nice bounce. We're at 35.45 right now, and the support was right at 34.80 area. Excuse me. So right now, what it's looking like, it's almost like a repeat of this one over here. If you look, you go in the same direction. I believe, we might come up, touch the bottom of this symmetrical triangle, bounce around a little bit, and come back up and pretty much erase this move. That's what I see happening. It's probably going to end up something like this. And again, I could be wrong, but if we really watch these support and resistance lines, it makes this a lot easier to kind of figure out what's going on. But right now, what I'm looking at is the bottom of the symmetrical triangle. If we can pop back in that, we'll probably get some more resistance right here at the 36.40 range again, and maybe bounce around in here. But those are the two areas to watch. I think this is going to be kind of a trading area right now. But yeah, I definitely expect us to get back up to this 36.40 range, 36.50 range, and meet some resistance and maybe pop up on through that after that. But the other thing to watch now, because we got to look at both ways, when you're playing in the market and trading in the market, you got to look at both ways. Even though I do have some bullish bias right now, I'll talk about that in a minute. But if we do break this support here, I think our next support is going to be around the 3,300 range, and then if that was to break, our next support would be the double bottom here at around the 31.25 range. And if we break that, we may get the lower low that, everybody is talking about. Most people are talking about that Bitcoin has to go lower, I'm going to talk about that real quick before I get on with more of this. But I just want to point out my view of that. And again, this is my view. This isn't financial advice. This is only my theory. And I believe that, everybody's waiting on this lower low, and so much money is on the sidelines right now, waiting on this lower low, being greedy waiting on that $2,500, $1,500, $13,000, some people $1,000, some people less now. I mean, it seems to get worse and worse. And if you remember, last December, when we had our, all-time high, and then we started coming down, there was still the guys, the same guys that are saying, we got one more leg down, are the same guys at that time that were saying one more leg up. It's like when you get in a bull state of mind and the euphoria is there and all that, everybody just thought it was going to continue going up. And me too, I was right there with them. But if you look at that and see what's going on now, it's the same thing, but just the opposite. We've hit a low, and this could very possibly be our bottom, in my opinion. And the reason I say that is because when we hit the almost 20,000 last December, and everybody was calling for one more leg up, I remember hearing 22,000, 27,000, so on and so forth. Well, it's the same thing right now. I truly think that it's very possible, and there's no guarantees, I could be wrong, but it's very possible that we've hit bottom here. And in worst case scenario, in my opinion, is a double bottom. And then, and then I'm not saying it's going to bull run and skyrocket right back up, and we may have sideways action for a year. But these people that are waiting on the bottom are waiting for the bottom. If that bottom doesn't come in and we move sideways and just slowly trend up, when are they going to get back in? When are they going to believe that, there's not going to be another bottom? If there isn't, are they going to wait till 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 and then FOMO in when they finally realize that the bottom has been in? I think that's what's going to cause the next bull market, in my opinion. And that's just my theory. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. I'll get back into the charts because I wanted to show you in the 4 hour here. If we look into, see if I can get this clear enough where you guys can see it. If you look right here, zoom in a little more, I see some bullish divergence, and it's not a real big bullish divergence, but it is nevertheless bullish divergence. If you look at where we double bottomed here on this support of 3480 area, we did like a double bottom. Well, if you look down in the RSI in the 4 hour, we're getting higher lows, which is bullish divergence. That's why I think we're going to get back up into this symmetrical triangle, possibly. Whoops. Get back out of here. Get back into the charts. I think we might get enough momentum out of that to get back in here. And then we could possibly stick in between this resistance, this bottom support of this symmetrical triangle here, and then possibly get a move up from there or a move down. But I'm shooting for a move up. I really think we're going to at least test the top of this symmetrical triangle one more time, maybe in the $4,000 range. I'm going to get rid of these targets and get them out of the way here so we can see. But I really think that we are going to go at least test this. And I'm not saying we're going to break through, but I think we should probably get in this area somewhere and test this top of this symmetrical triangle one more time and possibly break through. And like I said, if we break down, my target for the breakdown out of this, if it breaks out with conviction, is going to be the $2,500 range. And that's not to say it's going to go straight down. It's going to bounce around. We've got some support and resistance areas in here. Well, resistance that'll turn into support. And I believe if we do drop down, we're going to drop down to the $2,500 area if we actually drop out of this. Now, if we bounce up out of it, I believe we're going to test the top of this falling wedge that I had on in the beginning, and we could test that, anywhere in this area. I had 51 to 52, but I think the test around that to that's going to be probably, somewhere in between the $4,200 and $4,800 range. And I'll move this down there. Let's see, the 48 down to the 42. Down to the 42, maybe somewhere in this area. I believe we may touch and at least give an attempt to break through that and maybe get rejection and go down from there. But I in my opinion, that's where I see us going. Or, worst case scenario is the 2,500, but I really don't see us going lower, in my opinion, than the 3,120 range, where the last bottom was for a double bottom and then a move up from there. And like I said, not as it's going to be, I'm not saying it's going to be a move straight up, but I do believe we're going to get a move out of there. And then possibly once we test this, if we do get rejected, then we may be seeing this lower low. But I think we're going to test this before we see a lower low, if we see a lower low. But anyway, if you would please subscribe to the video, there should be a logo above my head. Just click that logo. That'll get you subscribed. Doesn't cost you anything. And then you can tick the little bell if you want to get notified when I post videos. Please give a thumbs up, leave comments, let me know what you think. Sorry it was kind of choppy all over today. I had a lot of stuff going on today. So anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.